Welcome to IMPACTFUSE1, where tech meet mystery. Unlock powerful digital skill, master new tech, and follow your future. One shot at a time. Subscribe, learn, and level up. All at IMPACTFUSE. Subscribe to
Hello
our
creative
channel.
minds, welcome back again into today's video. In today's video we are going to be learning how to create another amazing and a wonderful logo from this company called the Vigors Fashion. Okay, so this is a command, this is a logo that somebody have demanded us to create. So today we are going to be looking on how to come up with the logo on this. Just follow me as we dive deep into this creativity time. Okay, so as with creative minds, as impactors, we always try to be doing one or two things at a point. Okay, so now we just go, now we take on art. Okay, so we are going to get a shape which is like in this shape. Now you need to come to options here. Okay, some asked me in the last video, where did you get the other shape? You just see how you insert a square, then you convert it. So you need to come there, then when you click inside here, now you are going to get this triangle. Okay, we are going to get this triangle. So after getting my triangle, I'm going to validate this. I will hide this one now. I just wanted to use it to tell you the company that we are working for, so that you know where we got the idea to come out with this. Okay, to come out with the logo that we'll be creating. So I'm going to hide this one. So now this one is okay here. I can keep it here. All right, I can keep this one here. So but I am going to do some rotation here for this first one. Okay, because we need to do two of this. So now the next thing that I'm going to do here is just to increase it, the size. Then I now do the copy. I now change the color now to white. Okay, the color to be black. Sorry, we are going to make it the color black. Then now I just need to make another copy of it, and I give you the color white. You remember the technique of white spacing? Okay, this is one of the best techniques in creating logos, especially using the PixelLab application. Alright, which is one of our most favorite, one of my most favorite. I also hope that is your also, you also make it your favorite in creating logos. Okay, because this is very easy application to use. Even you just imagine, in case that you are traveling, you can just be traveling and you are still doing you are creating logos, you are working on project. Okay, you are managing, you are making flyers and posters with your mobile phone without removing a big computer that will be like taking up a number of space. Okay, so after we just get another share like this, and this is already done. So now we are going to take merge. The merge is 3. Okay, so to merge, please, if you have not done merging before, you just need to come here on the layer management option, as I always call it. Okay, so now we need to come here down. When you come on the layer management option, the next thing is that you need to pick up the this one, the ones that you are going to merge. Okay, so now when you come there, the next you just need to click here, and after you pick these 3 as I've selected. So when I click here, now you see I have this box. I just select the box, and the next thing that I'm going to do here is to make sure that I come to merge. Okay, this is a mesh, so I take on mesh. So when it comes on mesh, so what am I going to do? I just take on OK. Alright, so if you have not done matching before, that is procedure. Now we are going to take erase. Okay, erase color. So this is the erase color under the shape editing tool. Okay, remember we have a lot of tools here inside the PixelLab. We have the normal text editing options, which is like the first one, which is always the first one here, then followed by the shape editing option, which is here. Okay, so now we just go to this shape editing options now, which is the middle one. Then we have, which is like the third one after the preset. You have letter A, then you have the trapezoid there, which we can take on there to get the shapes editing tool. So now we just move straight now to take our our erase color. Okay, erase color. So now when you click on erase color, it always by default it got away with the white spacing. Okay, so this is, I call this one creating logo using the white spacing techniques. Just increase the tolerance to 70 here. It's not big deal. So this is the first part, and I think that we are done. Yeah, we are done with the first part here, but not actually completely done. We still have other things to come back there. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do here is just that we just need to also get another triangle again. We just get another triangle. You remember how to pick up the triangle. Okay, so I just pick up my triangle here, but this time I'm going to reduce this one. very well. So I rotate it, and after rotating I need to reduce the size, and I make sure that the size is very little here. Okay, so we remember Creative Mind and Impactors, we are just trying to be creative and more creative every day. Okay, and I told you the secret here is try to do one thing every day. Some will ask me that if you don't have a client, how can you be creative? This is not about having a client. At times you just must have to do something, because even when a client meets you, sometimes they ask you about your work. Okay, you have to show them proof of your work, that you have been doing something to keep yourself. Okay, it's just like when you want to go to the job, they will ask you about experience. Experience doesn't mean that maybe the person that wants to employ you has given you a job before. He just want to say that okay, even though you haven't been working, you have been trying to do something to keep yourself. Okay, so you don't just come in like an amateur. Okay, you don't just come in like an amateur to the company. So we place this one here, and I think this is okay now. So I reduce the opacity so that I can see very well, so that it's stand on the line. Okay, so that everything is stand on the line. So I'm just going to click there. So on the layers, then I increase the opacity back. All right, I increase my opacity back. I can keep it on any color of my choice that I want. It's all left to me. Okay, it's all left to you. Also, whatever color that you want it to be. So, but for this, I'm just going to make some uniformity by keeping it to be on black also, so that this side should go on all black. Okay, now I just need to copy now this other shape here. Okay, the first shape that we first work on it, I'm just going to take copy there. I'm going to take copy. Oh, just follow me, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Also turn on your notification if you haven't do so. Okay, so this one I need to lock these ones that I'm sure that I'm done with. Okay, I lock this one, I lock this one. Why am I locking? So that they don't move again, so that even if I touch it, they don't move again. Okay, so the second one that we copy, this is what we are going to do. We take on rotation. Okay, so if you cannot rotate using this rotate handle here, here, we can always also come here. All right, you can also come on your shape editing tools, and you have rotate there, which will still give you the same probability. Okay, so this is like negative 180. So this is what we are going to do. I bring it and I keep it just directly like that. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is to send it behind. Okay, I need to keep it behind this one. Now then also need its own little triangle like the one that we have here. Okay, this little triangle, I'm just going to take copy. We don't have time. Okay, this is when you have to be fast about your creativity. So when I take copy now, I'll just bring it somewhere here. Then I'm going to rotate it until it's done. But as for now, you see that there's no balancing here. I need to make sure that this one is balanced very well. Okay, everything is balanced there very well. Okay, always maintain the principle of balancing. Then after balancing, you can make sure that you lock it. Okay, lock it also. So this locking is just like helping you to make sure that your work doesn't like move when you want to touch something, especially when you are designing on a mobile phone. This is one of the things that many people find it difficult to design using a mobile phone, because like maybe you want to touch something, then you discover that the other ones that you already set are moving. So people always find it so difficult here. All right, but that should not be our case. Just remember, you lock when you are done. Okay, just lock when you are done. Okay, so this one I'm just struggling to get the rifle positioning. I'm just trying to get the rifle positioning here. Okay, so when I'm done here, I also make sure that this one here, I also need to return back the opacity fully. Okay, return back the opacity fully. But now we are going to give it a different color. Okay, I'm going to give it my different colors. Okay, different I'm going to use different color here for the coloring, but for the sake of time now, let's not go into too much coloring stuff. Let's just use this color. Okay, not this dark red, so I want to use this pure red here. Okay, also following by the next one that is there, I'm also going to give it the red color also. Okay, the color here should also be red. Enable color, which is red. Okay, now this one, now I can now give it something like a blue. Okay, for this one you can use blue there. Okay, you can use the blue here, you can use blue. All depends on you, it is a matter of choice. Okay, you choose whatsoever thing that you think. Since as this is a fashion, this is a fashion company. Also, I think that on my introduction video, I make mention of the colors that are very good for fashion. Okay, so don't go and use maybe the colors that are for other things, because different businesses also do have different colors. Okay, that represent them very well. So I make sure that this color really stand and they are the same, they're matching. Okay, so this is not all about this. This is not all about this. Now the next thing now is that I can now merge all this. Okay, I can now merge all this. So before I merge all these ones, the first thing that I'll do here is to save as a project. Okay, save this as a project. So first save as a project at this level before you move on. Why? Some people may ask, why am I doing at this level? Because maybe you may have some, after like when you merge these tools, then you may have something, a different opinion like that. So it will be difficult for you to start doing taking undo. Okay, so I have to merge all these so that they becomes one. So I take merge now. I take merge. Okay, so after merging these two, you see that both becomes like a single object, but one okay, so with two different colors. So now this is another stage in which we are going to go, which is not just my final touching. Okay, now let's also, this is like the Vikings. I remember we gave the name like Vikings. Okay, the name was Vigors Fashion. Okay, Vigors Fashion. So what can I really make here to bring the queen inside? I got a crown. Okay, to import a crown. Okay, to get this crown that we are going to use here, just check the link below. Okay, just below you decided to use for this logo. Okay, this is a crown that I decided to use for this logo. Okay, so we just have to figure and make sure that this crown is placed somewhere here. Okay, this crown is placed somewhere, and we also have to reduce it. Okay, to make sure that it's not too much big. Okay, it's not too much big. So I can now use my positioning to take it down. So I bring it closer here. Okay, now we get this crown. We have to send this crown to back. I need to make sure that it goes to back. Okay, after I validate, I take send to back. Okay, to back, so that it comes in this way. Okay, now when you send it to back, there's still another thing that you can still do. You can still copy it, then you bring it in front again. Make sure that you position it to stand very well there. Then you can still take some areas, but this is not a call for consent now. We have just sent to back, and I think this is you have, after sending it to back, I think we have to still work on the shape on the size here. Okay, so I'll get now a copy of this logo that we did. I'll make a copy of this logo. I'll bring it, make sure that it goes on the same position here. Then I'm going to send it to back. Okay, I'm going to click now send to back. Okay, send to back, so that when it goes to back now, it gives that crown the possibility now to fit in. Okay, it gives this crown the possibility to really fit in very well. Okay, so this at this particular junction now, we are good to go, but we also need to merge the crown also together. Okay, we need to merge everything together. Everything, we make sure that we merge everything together. All right, so I did not supposed to merge this V crown. Okay, at this particular juncture, we just have to make sure that everything, the center point in time, I have to merge all these shapes. Okay, remember we are not yet putting this text there. Okay, we are not yet to put this text there. So you could still save as a project, giving a different name before merging, but as for me, I'm already confident about the work, so I keep it at in time. We just take the one that we kept in the copy that we make it, the copy that we send to back. Okay, when it comes to your layer management and option, you can see this last copy that we sent to back. So we just have to take that copy that we sent to back, then we give it a color. Okay, so I'll give it a color black. So this color black is going to stand like our merge it up. Okay, so I will take it, then we are going to do the merging. Okay, we'll do the merging. So we merge, and this is now our logo here. So I believe that you can now start getting the vibes. Okay, so at this particular junction now, what we need to do here is to give the name. Okay, the name as it is already there, the Vigors Fashion. Okay, so I'm going to cut off this fashion because we are going to do also some little design on this text. All right, so now I take okay here. Remember, space in front and space behind, it is the row of the text here. Okay, so now we need to give this one, sorry, I need to give this one all capital letters. I need to put it all in capital letter. Okay, then I will reduce the size now. So now go to text editing option. Then the first thing that you have to do here is to go to the font. Okay, we need to get the font. So I'll be using my own personal fonts that I download. I'll be using my personal fonts that I download so as to get something that will really stand good for designing. Okay, some designing fonts. Okay, so at this particular point in time now, this is okay. I'm going to give you the color. I'm going to give you the color here. My color, I'll try to make sure that I maintain the principle of balancing the color. Okay, so this one that was blue, I'll inside use the color red here. Okay, I'll give it this color to be the red color. So now the next thing that we have to do here is to make sure that we now give it a shadow. Okay, give it a shadow, enable some shadow there, then you reduce the blurriness of the shadow. Okay, reduce the blurriness of the shadow and enable the shadow itself. So you can now give it something like this. I can use positive 2 and negative 2. Remember the shadow, I always mention about this balancing principle. Okay, even it is going to be more, don't give it more than 3. All right, so from here now we also just need to get the fashion part which we cut off. Okay, but to get the file, before we come to the fashion part, I'm going to use the shape, then I'm going to reduce it. Okay, this is just a triangle. Okay, this is just a triangle, so I'm going to reduce it here. So after reducing it, we rotate it. Okay, then I'll take it this way. Okay, so now we are going to bring it somewhere here. Okay, to also split the two as it is up there is split, so this is maintaining the principle of uniformity when it comes to logo. Okay, when it comes to designing, so also reduce another shadow here, so that the shadow reduce the blurriness, just reduce the blurriness, and you can now give it increase, or I use a white shadow here because this one is black. Okay, so I'll take this one now to -2. Okay, +2 and -2. So this is just going to be okay here. Then now we take add text, then inside this add text now we are going to give the last thing there, which is the fashion. Okay, so I'll also give this one all to be capital letter. So to turn to capital letter, you just have to click here. Okay, just click here now to turn everything to capital letter. Okay, so I'll click on it, turn it to capital letter. Okay, turn it to capital letter. From here, we keep this one here, so we also have to work on the font, but this time now we need to look a very nice design font. Okay, so on this default fonts that they comes with the PixelLab application, you can see some other design fonts here. Okay, I'm going to take this font, the Grand Hotel Regular. So it's going to be okay, but now you see it's chocolate. So what I have to do is to give the spacing. Okay, still on the shapes editing, then you have something like spacing. You have the spacing there, which we can give some spacing on the text, okay, so that the text can open a little bit. Now we cannot take it and do some little rotation and keep it here, then we bring it closer at this particular junction. Now we give it the color. Okay, we give it a color, whichever color is going to be what the blue color that was given the other side. All right, so make sure that you get the exact color. All right, so this is the color that we use here, and now we need a shadow also. We just need to enable the shadow. Okay, so now reduce the blurriness of the shadow, enable the shadow. You cannot bring in different background to test and see which background really suits your work. So please make sure that everything's stand very well. Okay, so that is the first background that you have. This is the second background that you have. This is another background that we have here. So you can just filter across the background to see which background really suits your work very well. Okay, and remember you need to save this work into format, which is the normal picture saving and the PNG. Also don't forget to save also as a project. Okay, so now you can also import the background. You can also import the background, okay, like images. So I just need to come here to my background. So I take now from background, I take from gallery. Okay, so this is just one of my background. I'm still probably going to drop this background. Okay, this golden background. Then this one we can also give it another shadow there. Okay, we can just also give another type of shadow here, but please remember always reduce the blurriness of the shadow. Okay, reduce the blurriness of the shadow and keep the principle of balancing. Okay, so now you see this shadow is also coming to meet the other shadow that is already there. So if you don't like it, you can allow it like that. It's all depends on what you want to present to your client. Okay, so let me use a black color shadow here, and I'm going to increase the blurriness of this one, okay, to 5. Then this is a negative 11, then I'll keep this one on positive 11 also. Okay, so that it can be something like this nature. So this logo is good to go. Now we can now present it to our client, and we are ready now for payment. Okay, please before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment and tell us your expectation about this logo. Rate this logo on the scale of 1 to 10. What did you think? I'm waiting in the comments.